Welcome to a bonus episode of Student Ministry Connection. My name is Steve Cullum, and today I just wanted to take a few minutes to explain this big research project that I am right in the middle of, and also share how you can be a part of it. Because this project is all about helping youth leaders thrive. And that's what we want to do is help you thrive. And that comes from National Network of Youth Ministries vision statement. And as I've been thinking about that vision statement over the last couple of years, it's really got my mind to start wandering in some really cool places. But I also ask some really interesting and important questions. Like, what does it mean that a youth leader is thriving? And what factors lead to a youth leader thriving? And so, as I've been thinking and praying about that, I've been led to one key factor that I think is measurable, and that's longevity. I had the huge privilege of having a youth pastor who was in his church for a really, really long time, like 30 something years until his untimely passing a few years ago. And that was just the example that I had. And I'm so thankful for that. But I know a lot of youth leaders are not able to stay in ministry that long, or especially at a church for that long. So what are those key factors that allow for a youth leader to thrive in ministry, stick around for the long haul, and accomplish all that God has for them? And that's really what's led to this research project that I'm right in the middle of. This is all connected with NNYM, but also the Great Commission Research Network and One Hope. And all of these organizations have come together to help me do this giant survey that I'm trying to get as many youth leaders in the United States to take so that we can look at what makes a youth leader thrive, but also maybe what doesn't help a youth leader thrive. The goal of this really is to analyze all this data and then get it back not only in your hands, but also in the hands of senior pastors and the leaders of other youth ministry organizations. Because if we know what is leading to youth leaders thriving and achieving longevity, we want to duplicate those things and do them over and over and over again. But if we also know what is not leading to longevity and what is not leading to youth leader thriving, we want to make sure that we're stopping those things as much as we can. And in the process of this survey, we are hoping to also finally answer the question of what the average tenure of a youth pastor is in the United States, not only at each ministry that they're serving in, but also overall. So I hope you will take some time and fill out the survey. The link is going to be in the podcast show notes, and you're going to be able to fill that out until August 14th, 2025. So you get a short amount of time. Just take 5-10 minutes to fill out the survey, share it with other youth leaders as well. And with the help of One Hope analyzing this data, we're going to be able to tell a lot about youth leaders in our day and age. And this is first going to lead to a journal article that I'm going to write for the Great Commission Research Network's academic journal this fall, and we'll see what God does with it beyond that. I am so excited to get all this data, to analyze it, to start writing about it, to start talking about it on the podcast, to start sharing it at conferences. And who knows what God will do with all this. But ultimately, I want to be able to put it in your hands and churches' hands and youth ministry organizations' hands in order to really benefit the student ministry world. And it's also important to note that if you do take some time to fill out this anonymous survey, you're going to get a chance to win a $100 Amazon card just for filling it out. So make sure you take that time, fill it out, share it with other youth leaders you know, and it'd be a huge benefit to not only me, but the entire student ministry world. So thank you so much for taking some time to listen to this, for filling out the survey, and we pray that God would bless your ministry.